guys. Today we're going to talk about food insecurity. Well, before we start, we need to define what the food security is. So, as you see, it exists when all people at all times have physical and economic access to sufficient, safe, and nutritious food that meets their dietary needs and food preferences for an active and healthy lifestyles. Well, as you see, there are some basics of food security. Mm, and these components might be about physical availability in order to have the food security, economic and physical access to food. Of course, it's for sure that you need to be just uh, strong, right? You need to be strong within the economic lens, right? You need to have the kind of affordable things in order to have the fulfillment of food security and food utilization. And the last basic is about stability on the other three dimensions. Well, if you are stable in uh, in this main three criteria, well, it means that you are secure about your food supplies and so on. So the next thing, it's about food insecurity. Well, before we start, brainstorming the main issue about insecurity of food, I want you to keep in mind that, first of all, it is defined as the kind of lack of reliable access, right, to sufficient quantity of affordable, nutritious foods. Okay, so as you see, a situation that exists when people lack secure access to sufficient amounts of safe and nutritious food for normal growth and development and an active and healthy lifestyles, it's about food insecurity. Well, these are the three main categories that might lead to such circumstances like being insecure on your food supplies. Well, first of all, it's the chronic food insecurity. The second one is about transitory food insecurity and seasonal food insecurity. Well, as you see, all of them might influence, right? Some of the layers of our society. So that's why these are actually provided over here. So, according to chronic food insecurity, we might say that it might be kind of, kind of cause of being of living in a kind of poor conditions, right? So, seasonal and transitive food insecurity, it's about just having at some points some kind of partial insecurity of food supplies, okay, just like this. So the next thing, these are the, again, main causes of food insecurity. Well, as you see, high prices for oil and other agricultural inputs are making production more expensive. Well, year by year, we see the kind of, the kind of trends, right? That the prices are getting higher, they are just, increasing. And unfortunately, people in a kind of condition of extreme poverty or some other types of poverty, they suffer a lot, okay, from uh, this kind of aftermath, okay, aftermath uh, of making all the food supplies a bit expensive. Well, extreme weather increasingly threatens harvests and agriculture productivity gains are waning as investment falters. So, this is basically about kind of environmental harsh condition that might also influence on the food insecurity as well, because lots of farmers, right, they might suffer because of the reason that they cannot have enough harvesting, and it leads, of course, to such a big deal, such as being a lack of food, being in a kind of condition of food insecurity. Well, and there are some, just again, basic measures that might be helpful in order to overcome food insecurity. Well, the first one is about political commitment and good governance at all levels. Well, the next thing is about the importance of nutrition. The third one is about sustainable food production, investing to protect the most vulnerables. The fifth one is about the emphasis on right-based approaches. And the last one is about strengthening gender equality. Well, it really matters at this point because we need to understand that all of the kind of things that are listed over here, they are just interconnected. So, and it really matters in order to avoid such, bad circumstances, just like having food insecurity at all levels. Well, there is the kind of additional that I would add. Okay, so the number one cause of hunger on the planet is actually, just is actually about uh, maybe kind of a shortage, right, of food at the global levels, and also the kind of issues about having, in some areas some serious conflicts that also leads, okay, uh, to to a global issue about hunger. So the next thing over here that I also would like to kind of add, includes, is about just is about the kind of solutions that would be helpful in order to avoid global hunger. Well, um, it's not about actually increasing food production or improving operations for food processors. It's the combination of all these issues, okay? Um, and at some points it might not work. And at some points it might be none of the kind of things that I actually listed. So, that's it for this day. These are all the things that I want to cover within this topic. Hopefully, it was useful for yourselves. Thank you so much, and see you next time, guys. Bye bye.